All right, class is in session, and had forgotten about this case that what I wanted to do is bring up this case. This is the Ashley Long case that happened in Dallas, Texas, in Dallas County. Um, so, what I'd like to do is, and what I always do is teach men how to have better relationships with women. And obviously, we talk about the dual mating strategy. You want to be the alpha bang and not the beta male provider side of the dual mating strategy. But I also talk about we use criminal cases to kind of expose the private side of women because oftentimes it's hard to see the private side of women because they're very secretive of that. They hold that very close to their chest, for lack of a better term. And rightfully so. I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't. They should. Women's reputations need to be um, protected because, men make choices on who they want to pick and stuff like that, and they're judged. I get it, right? But a woman will tell you, listen to what I say, and you cannot. And that's people in general, but especially, and I'm talking to men that deal with women, especially women, because they are reputation managers. Men will be honest to a certain degree and not care if they have some negativity in their past. And like we'll see here, a guy named William Kistler, who she's in Dallas with, um, his past is checkered, but oftentimes women like the bad boy, right? And again, in this video, we're going to see that, the good guy, the nice guy, oftentimes we were taught that as a young man, join the chambers of commerce, get 100 on the spelling bee and, have a perfect attendance and, don't cheat ever, and you'll get a nice girl, Johnny, someday. Just give her flowers and, let her help her across the street and open all the doors you can for her. If you see a door she's about to go in, open it up, and you'll get the good girl, And oh, that guy's been to jail before. She'll like you because you've never been to jail. Nah. Actually, she may be turned on because the guy went to jail. So, anyway, we're gonna see that here. Let's go ahead and watch. This is a bond hearing. We're gonna fast forward through most of it. That's Kendrick there, Kendrick Finch. He was charged with murder. I don't know where the case went. I think he's been charged. I think I got convicted of murder. But this is his bond hearing, and it doesn't matter what happened to the case for us. But anyway, that's the lead investigator. It was a bond hearing. So that's all it is. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what we're seeing here. The prosecution's right there. Okay, so this is Main Street in Dallas, Texas, Dallas County. I've been on this street. I've been in Dallas numerous times. But Dallas, like Houston, Austin, San Antonio, they're big cities in Texas, and they got a lot of crazy people there, right? Especially at 2:30 a.m., which it is now, when all the bars close and all the people drinking alcohol and the liquid courage is in them. This is a dangerous time to be out, and this is my 22 years of Houston Police Department coming through, and I'm retired now, but I used to work night shift, and 2:30 is when it all pops off, right? So, and I'm telling just, I do this mostly for guys, but if girls want to listen to my channel, you can get a lot out of this video today, guys. Be very careful at 2:30 in the morning, especially on Fridays and Saturdays, and sometimes Sunday, but whenever, have your head on a swivel and do not get in skirmishes like these. We'll go through it, okay? So anyway, this is Main Street, downtown Dallas. This is the surveillance camera from the Comerica Bank, and across the street, Ashley Long's boyfriend, William Kistler, is having a problem with someone at the bar, okay? So he has prolonged a disturbance, which is bad news, guys. And I'll tell this for ladies and guys, you have a duty to, in my opinion, you her daddy, if you're going to become involved in a, sexual relationship and be hanging out with chicks, you are her daddy now. You are responsible for it. You shouldn't be hanging out with chicks that don't see you as their leader, okay? Especially when you're out, okay? But you'll see in this video, he ends up being her babysitter. So let's go. And he gets her killed. Okay, so we're going to move through this until they come up on the camera. Okay, it takes a while. Okay, so let's back. Oh, wait, we can go forward. Let's see. Maybe we should go back. All right. let's go here. No, bad news. All right. Because I got to start where, okay, here we go. Good.
I guess the zone of this is this, I know you have restaurants on the bottom, but you have places where people live and work around here.
It's
Yes, sir. This is the Millennium Building here.
the audio's
basically
bad, guys. So I'm sorry. So, but I'll be okay. So here you go. I didn't see him. So there's William Kistler. Okay, and there's this girl, Ashley Long. She's very pretty. She's from Houston, Texas. She went to University of Houston. So did I. She graduated just a little bit before me. She had a business administration degree. That's when it's the Bauer College of Business. I have a minor in that, and very good school. So she's a real estate agent in Houston. She's in Dallas for a networking event. But we're going to talk about some women nature things, okay? Whether she is engaged to a gentleman named Jacob. I don't know his last name, but I think she knew him since high school, maybe. Not important. She's engaged. She has a fiance, okay? Jacob. That is not Jacob, okay? It's obvious she's been out at a bar with them. They're an item. You can kind of tell, okay? So she's obviously cheating on her boyfriend or fiance, okay? Girls do this, okay? We don't believe their public face that they date one guy at a time, and a lot of girls have rotations, and if you're not her daddy, you're not her king stud or whatever, girls do this all the time. Girls cheat at an alarming rate. I don't even think we know, guys. So, but again, this is not to talk bad about women. It is to say, if you're going to be her beta male provider, if you're going to be her Mr. Nice Guy, that doesn't win the day, because she's right now cheating on her fiance, who I believe is a pretty cool dude. That's got his crap together, and she's out with a felon, okay? And we'll go over his criminal history in a minute. He's a violent felon. So anyway, let's
apartment home building, multi-story apartment home building.
So so what he's doing basically is like saying what's up to that bar, but he's obviously come back, So he's coming back to a situation he's already out of. And look, is he paying attention? Is he doing a good leadership with his girl? And he's bringing his girl back into the situation. Now, if he was any kind of leader, he'd tell her, hey, wait here. Let me go bust some heads over here. No, I mean, it's not smart to do. But I'm just saying, if he was any kind of leader, and he had the big beef, if he was saving the world over here, then he needs to tell his girl, hey, get over here. Wait for daddy to take care of business over here. I'll be right back, because I'm a Navy SEAL ninja, Green Beret ninja, and I got to go take care of business, and I'll be right back, baby. You don't bring your girl or allow her to come with you to your stupid, and this is a stupid, whatever fight, 2:30 fight at a bar, okay? It's not important. So
and then on this side,
you don't do this.
Comerica Bank Building, which is bank office.
And this situation is going to get her killed. His dumb decisions, but but she's responsible. She's with a dude. She's out again. She's out at 2:30 in the morning. Women, you got to make good decisions. You got to decide, is this a good leader? He may be sexy. And we're not trying to tell you who to pick, ladies. We know you're going to pick the sexy guy. We know you're going to pick the felon. We don't mind that. Pick the felon. It's fine. But this kind of stuff, this maybe you see as fun or whatever. Lots of girls like this little toxic babe. This is not, this is dangerous. Because you'll see her trying to babysit him, try to pull him. She can't win. Let's go. So now he's going to go across the street. Look at her. She's babysitting. And she's gonna die in about 10 minutes. 15 minutes maybe. Maybe less than that. She's got about 10 minutes to live, guys. And she's beautiful. Look, they're trying to handle it. We don't even know what's going on. Okay, we'll move forward. And we're not really concerned about what's going on. Okay. Okay, we don't really, because we can't even hear him anyway. Okay. Okay, now he's walking across the street. He's going, okay, so he just had and I'll tell you about a situation I had Wednesday, but look, he's brought his girl over to a problem, and how is he going to protect her if they all start attacking her, And he's beefing with 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 guys, like 5 against 1, I'm not even going to try to count, but he's outnumbered. What are you doing, He's got cars on the road, people are drunk. There's no sound, so. He is a big dude. Now he's asking more people to come out. Okay. She does have a gun in the purse. It's his gun, because he's a felon. Now he's got his girl. I mean, that's illegal what she's doing, to bring a gun. They were in a bar, gun, you know. So he's got his girl committing crimes. And this whole time, she's got a fiance at home. I mean, whatever beef he has, it ain't this important. And if he's gonna beef like this, he needs to do it without his girl there. He gets her killed. This dummy gets his girlfriend or whoever, you know. We'll say girlfriend. His girlfriend killed. This is what bad leaders do for you. One thing, you know, we do notice, he's tall. Girl like tall guys. He's got a beard. I'm telling this for my young men who want to know how to be attractive. He's tall. Again, this kind of behavior, and look at, he's leaving her basically. Yeah, later, bitch. You know? Now, what girls like about this type of behavior, guys, and this is dumb. You don't do this. You don't do this. This is ridiculous behavior. But what the girls like about this behavior, now, you don't have to do this, but in other instances where it's smarter to do something else. Not this, guys. And you don't, anyway. It's the dominance. They like the dominance and assertiveness that he has. They like his aggression. They like his boldness. He's entering action with boldness. But you do this on like business stuff and school stuff and sports stuff and, you know, your own MMA fighting stuff. Not fights at bars and over, you know, stupid stuff. Anyway, so now they're walking. And now look, he's left her. He's not even, he's not even looking back. You know, now you make sure your lady makes it across the busy street. He doesn't even care. You know? But again, tall, he works out. Again, guys, he's jacked. I'm telling guys what women may find attractive in this man. Oh, he's a felon. But there are cues in him that make him attractive to women because we can't deny that she's attracted to him. Okay? You know, it's not an anomaly. Okay? Now, what he's going to do, he's going to walk across the street, and he's going to brush his hand against a car, and that's going to be her death sentence. Okay? He's still yelling at them. Cars are moving. And look, she's trying to be babysitter. You know.
At this point,
Go forward. Okay, there goes the car.
all right, the car, I've now paused publication.
Okay, let's back it up real quick. He scrapes his hand across. He's pissed off at the bar,
Yes,
but
sir.
again, you have emotional control. Is extremely important as a man because you can create violent situations like this. Okay, if you use violence only when needed, and that's very few times. There's a book called "When Violence Is the Answer." I think you should read that book. And the guy in there is like this black belt badass, and he says violence is only required about 5% of the time ever in your life, if that. I can't, maybe even lower than that, guys. So it is because it's never required. It's never that important because animals have run, hide, fight, right? Fight or flight, right? But usually it's flight first for all animals, even humans, because anytime you fight, you have the ability to die. Anybody. Look at Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. The best fighters can lose. You don't want that to be a fight. You know you could slip and fall or whatever, and you know, or he gets a lucky punch in. But watch. So he's gonna walk across the street, he's mad. He's gonna scrape his car.
There's a white car coming up.
So here it comes.
Yes, sir.
He just is going to be a jerk, and he's going to hit the side of it.
That's the car that's occupied by the defendant, Mr. Finch, in the passenger seat.
He doesn't cause any damage.
Driver of that car.
Yes, sir.
Do you know if there's anyone else, or is it still unknown if there's any other person?
Okay, so wait, right there.
I don't have any idea, no, sir.
At least occupied twice.
Yes, sir.
Right here. Boom. There he goes. There's a death sentence for her. She's done. She's about to die. She got about 5 minutes to live, maybe 2 minutes to live.
At 12:30.
Maybe 5. Okay, so now he realized he messed up. Instead of saying, now at this point, he should be saying sorry. He should be getting his girl behind that truck. Be a leader. You know you just messed up. She didn't have anything to do with it. She was, you know, but look at her, like a little puppy, you know. When she doesn't have a leader, when women don't have leaders, especially in situations of dominance, they're in danger. She's in danger right now because she got a loser. Now he's going to go try to get the pistol out of her purse. Now, when he's making again, they've never talked about this. He's not her king daddy because if he were, she'd hand him the pistol. She starts making a mess of it, which causes a problem. You should already have a plan for getting your gun out. You know, in a situation, guys. Hey, if something goes down, hand me the gun. No questions asked. If you're king daddy, that'll happen. All right, here we go.
It does, yes, sir.
Like I said, if he was a leader, he'd be moving her behind the truck. You know, because he turns around. He realized he messed up. Say that. Here he goes. See, he's trying to get the gun out of the purse. Now, this gentleman, he's the killer. He's gotten out of the car and he's got a gun in his hand, in his right hand. Okay, so this is a kid that's probably raised by a single mama, doesn't have emotional control because, you know, what he should have done real quick, is a check of the car. Yeah, that's what he heard. It's a nice, fancy, dancy car, but he's a passenger, so that ain't his. You know, it's not his. And look and see if there's any damage. There's no damage. No harm, no foul. Let's go home. This is not worth fighting over. No harm. Hey, see you later. Hey, sorry about that, you know. Why are we stopping here? 2:30 in the morning on a Saturday night in second biggest city in Texas. Although they try to say they're first because they use Dallas-Fort Worth too. But anyway, but yeah, they're both about to get handguns out, right? Again, but he's not very tactical himself. He also doesn't work out. He's got a fat ass stomach, you know. He's got terrible posture. He's a loser. You know, he's not very tactical. He's not like a, you know, Navy SEAL or an honorable warrior. He's a loser, but trying to act like a warrior. This is why it's dangerous to deal with beta males, okay? So he's not getting any cover. How about this car here? You know, how about get behind here and, you know, whatever beef he has, or how about over here? Or how about over here behind that car? At least get some cover over that car. He's got this tree here. He could use a little bit if he wanted. You know, I wouldn't suggest that because he's moving in towards the guy. But you're just going to stand out here in the open for like a duel, like an hundreds duel? What are you doing, dude? You know, with your gun by your side. That's not smart, gentlemen. So there's your distance.
Look at the video and you're able to slow it down and zoom it in. You can see him clearly get out of the car with the object in his hand, dark colored.
At this point in time, has Mr.
Okay, so you're just looking.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go back. Loser, fat loser. So there's the hit. There's the hit. The hit of death. There it is. For nothing. He had nothing to do with them. You know?
As long as these are from that video.
And it's not, you know, he didn't damage the car. You know, and there's her. She didn't have anything to do with it. But because homeboy can't shoot, he shot her on accident. Okay, there you go. Poor her. Ain't got nothing but, you know. Now she's not, you know, she's not innocent because she's in Dallas. Supposed to be on a business networking trip. And here we go. Let's see her life get an end here.
Mr. Kistler, yes, sir.
Now, again, I'll point out, guys, it's important to work out. Women do like this. See the forearms? You know? See the triceps? He definitely jacked. He's definitely jacked.
Yes, sir.
He looks like crap and stuff. He definitely does it. I mean, I can tell right away. I can size up guys right away. Man boobs. No arms. But you don't know if he can fight, though, because he might have, you know, some practice, some training. Now look at Ashley.
Yes, sir.
And look at her. She had a super awesome figure. I mean, this guy should just go home. Fat ass should just go home.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing trying to prove who? You ain't got nothing. You ain't never proved nothing in your life, dude. Until this moment. There's a moment I'm going to prove I'm somebody. You've been a loser your whole life. Here we go. There you go. The gun's coming out.
Yes, sir.
Look at homeboys. Now he's got his gun out. Now she's trying to stop him. She's trying to be peacemaker. How's her leader? How's her leader doing? He's you know,
They appear to be moving.
at
in that
least
direction towards
have
the
your
house.
girl get behind you, or like I said,
She's still
behind that
Mr.
truck.
Kistler.
But he don't give a damn about her. He don't care. Ladies, you got you. Look at this. This is, there we go. Gun coming out. Now again, I'll tell you, this homeboy don't have 22 years of Houston Police Department. He don't have tactical experience. Either one of them. But I'll tell you a little bit why. Okay, so he's walking towards him. Okay. Now, I don't know what the distance is. What, 10, 15? I mean, 15 yards. Let's just say, we'll give him, I'd say 15. Try to hit 15 yards. No practice. Try to hit a one-arm shot. It's not, you know. Try to hit 10 ring, 15 yards. No, guys can do it, but why don't you have two hands on the, that's why he's not tactical. He's using a one hand. This is, you know, look at look at this, look at girls. Just because your dude don't have emotional control and is dominant, look at it when the shit go down though. Help me, help! Look at him cowering. He should be bracing. He should be two-handed shooting. Both of them. Why you shoot with one hand? These are idiots. Oh. Now, you know, oh, I'm sorry, I acted stupid. She's about to die here. But, I mean, look at his mouth. I mean, he's all tense, one-handed. Look at where the other hand is. I mean, if he was at least one-handed shooting, have this hand on the chest, you know. I mean, he's not in a good shooting stance. But we're not talking about, okay, so here we go. Now look at that. All over a bump on the car. This is not worth it, guys.
I can't say. There's no good enough video to say that.
So look at that. He's cowering now.
In a way that
Big baddie.
this is the point where she first
Now
got
she gets
shot.
hit right here. She's dead. Your girl just died. Boom, look at that. Look at that. Dummy, dude.
Shows
And look
the
at his
point
face.
from the end of
Look at that
his
face.
weapon.
Urgh.
He fired a shot at that point. Yes, sir. At that point, there's for sure a gunshot.
One-handed. She getting shot in the hip. And then she gets shot in the heart. Real seriously. So there he goes again. One-handed. The great one-handed. What's the yardage there? I'd say, even if we said 10. And then look at what they're putting. I mean, you're just a guy going home at 2:30 in the morning. Look at they're putting you in danger. This guy's got rounds flying everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Look at this idiot.
Correct, yes, sir.
Look at, is he covering his girl?
She's already
No.
starting to lose her balance and fall.
He got his girl
I guess
killed
she's
right there.
Fairly assume she's been shot by that point.
There she go. Done. Guys, done. Look at the hand. Ugh. I made too many calls like that, guys. Idiots. Idiots. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This is, but important lessons, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All over this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Dead. Look at that. Look at homeboy running off. Hold up, guys. I mean, this... Ladies, too. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at homeboy. He ain't checking on her. I mean, pulling her out of the street. Anyway, that's enough on that. But that's okay. So let's go back, you know, because we got to cover. All right, so, you know, women are reputation managers, okay? So, like I say, women always have rotations going on. You got to make sure you're king daddy. If you're not king daddy, she will have this alpha bang guy up in Dallas who, she did a business networking event, guys. Women love sex. Women love sex with hot guys. You have to be the hot guy. You have to be the alpha bang. Do not win ladies with money and status. If you do, she'll probably be doing stuff like this. And again, this is no shade on ladies. This is respect for women. I don't want them to get hurt either. Okay? But women are extremely sexual beings. They are. Okay. Let's see if I have it. Okay. Business administration. She was engaged to a man named Jacob. This happens at 2:30 a.m. She's pronounced dead, I believe, at 3:30 a.m. Maybe 3:20. So, you know, so she gets taken to the hospital from here, but it's gonna be, you know, she's right. She was dead there. So, Kendrick Finch was 34. He did not have any felonies, but he did have prior charges for burglary and something else, but they were obviously reduced. In 2018, she's with William Kistler. William Kistler had theft of service in 2018, assault causing bodily injury to a family member, that's going to be a girlfriend or wife, in 2019, violating the protective order in 2019, so he violated on that. He also had a, oh, I don't see it, but he had a burglary of a habitation in 2022, and in 2023 he also had a theft, another theft. So again, that was, you know, she's out with a felon 2:30 in the morning in Dallas. Her boyfriend thinks she's at a networking event, allegedly. Now, was there even a networking event? Doesn't look like, over the weekend. Anyway, there probably was no networking event. But again, you know, it's alpha bang, guys. You know, if you're the beta male provider, if you're using money and status, especially, I want to warn guys against money and status game, because if you're using money and status, like these guys that say have a good Instagram page, drive a nice car, buy them nice things, and buy them flowers and open doors. Does this guy opening any doors for her? She's chasing him, you know, and you know, she's cheating on probably a good boyfriend, you know. You got to be king daddy in her life. Women will always defer to their. We have to understand, just like men, they say we think with our D's. We probably think with our D's less than women think with their hoo-ha's or JJ's, because they can get away with it because they have more access sexually. Does that make sense? We may be thinking with our D's, but our D's don't get us anywhere. You know, I mean, at times, I'm saying, you know. But women, if they think with their JJ's, you know, that, you know, they are run by those. They want to be with men that arouse them. They'll take men that provide for them, but they want to be with men that arouse them. So you have to be arousing to her. How do you know you're arousing to her? She wants to have sex with you. She loves to have sex with you. She respects you. She doesn't talk crap about you in public. She is happy to see you at all times. She wants to make time to see you at all times. You know, she doesn't have, again, mysterious, you know, absences. She, you know, when you ask, she cooperates. When you ask her to do something, she cooperates. You know, you got to know the level. You got to know the signs in my other videos. You got to know the signs of respect, and you got to know the signs of disrespect. Okay, guys? And if you can't lead a woman, if you can't tell your girl what to do, and you're a moral man of character, man of integrity, and you know you are, then there is no question she should do what you want her to do. Now, can she, you know, pause you a little bit sometimes, very, very few times, but at times say, hey, what about this? You can think it over, and if you still want to make that decision, yeah, she can always ask questions. But again, a girl that trusts you and a girl that thinks you're king daddy because you are daddy to her, if she really loves you, then there won't be drama. There won't be resistance. Any resistance is disinterest. Any resistance is lack of respect, lack of love, you know? So, and again, oh, this guy just wants to talk about girls and getting laid. And no, I don't. What did this do, guys? What did this caused a death. This caused a death. That's how serious all this stuff is. You know what I mean? That's how serious this stuff. And this girl's out, you know, and guys have to understand, again, this is not to make guys paranoid. This is not this, oh, every girl's, not talk bad about women. No, it's not. We're going to understand that women, as a feature of them, they like to bang a lot more than they tell us. A lot more than we probably realize. A lot more than society has conditioned us into knowing. You know? And real quick, I'm going to do another video, but there's an 18-year-old, it's another case I'm going to do, but I'm going to just real quick, because I want to make a point of that. And here is, there's a girl, her mom and her dad, she was 18. Her mom and her dad or sorry, her father, ended up marrying another woman, so she has a stepmom now, and the lady had kids, so now she has stepbrothers, okay? But it's a very recent marriage, but she's 18, she's a very pretty girl, very pretty white girl. I think they're from Georgia, but they go on a cruise, a Carnival cruise, and all the family goes. But this blended family, right, is on this Carnival cruise. Well, apparently the stepbrother, has a thing for her. He wanted, a little weirdo, okay? So, and they're staying in the same cabin on this cruise. But point I want to make is that 18-year-old girl had already had sex with another dude on that boat. Okay? This is not to talk crap about her, not at all. But I want to protect men's lives. I want to protect men in general and have them understanding how this girl had just been on a cruise for 2 or 3 days. We'll give it a week. And she's already had sex with another dude. 18. You know what I'm saying? Not talking crap. My point is how sexual they are. Guys, quit thinking they're sugar, spice, and everything nice. Okay? And I say that to say, not to be worried, but go get some. Go get some. Go be alpha bang. Go get your mindset right. Go get confident. Look at my content on, I'm breaking down the book, Atomic Attraction by Crystal Campbell, or get the book, or watch my videos, whatever you want to do. I want you guys to be better. I want you to have better relationships. Understand girls want to bang. Understand buying them stuff gets you nothing. Understand beta male provider, money status game is not the way to win. Attracting a girl is not the same as arousing a girl. Arousal and genuine burning desire is the only way to get a girl. If a woman wants to bang you, she'll find a way to bang you. And they love to bang. And understand they love to bang. Okay? And they're out banging. If they ain't banging you, they're banging someone else. Girls, their hoo-has are just as horny as our D's, guys. I want you to get that. And be a good leader, guys. And women, to women. If there's the one woman that watched my channel, do not choose you can choose felons, but do not choose felons that treat you like this. This is not leadership. You need to be protected. He should have had her behind. He got this poor leadership, her babysitting him, got her killed, ended her life, just like we saw. And 5 minutes after this, she's going to die because of this no leadership guy. Okay? And there was one last thing I was going to say. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. And I picked up too many bodies off the ground in my own time with the police department to have to see this stuff, guys. Don't fight over dominance. Don't fight over territory. It happened to me out at the park on Wednesday. Had a guy come to me, I mentioned on another video, didn't like the way I talked to his 5-year-old or 6-year-old, whoever he was, that was hitting other kids. And, he basically told me to F off. A 6 or 7-year-old kid, 6 or 7. And because he was hurting kids, I told him he couldn't play with my soccer ball anymore, which, whatever. And then dad comes over basically telling me to apologize to him, blah, 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 got in my face, blah, 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 And, I told him I wasn't going to fight, but I also wasn't going to back down. How quick, I thought the dad was going to listen to me, hear the story, be cool with it, But did I pop off at the kid? Yeah. Should I handle it a little different? Of course. But at the same time, know when to stand your ground, know when not to, And these things go off quick. And even the thing I got into on Wednesday, it wasn't worth it. If I would have lost my life with a stupid soccer ball, kid was rude with me, But I was, yeah. There were numerous. I let the guy get too close to me. He got nose to nose with me, And I told him I'm not gonna fight, but hey, and then he's like, I gotta go to my car, Because he wanted to fight. He had slides on. He didn't have shoes on. I said, well, I'll take mine off. We'll just fight in socks, dude. Let's do it right here. No, I gotta get shoes. I'm like, so he comes back down, running at me with his hand in his pocket. And I had to back up. I had to kind of run and back up, But I didn't move. He took 15 minutes to get them shoes on. This pussy, black guy after me. Because he didn't like the way, and I was actually protecting his son who was black. He got kicked in the shin by this little crap kid who was Hispanic. And I said, you can't be kicking kids in the shin, you're going to hurt people. And he didn't want to hear my, I thought he was going to like my story, but you got to understand, there's beta males. These are beta males. Beta males everywhere. And they're dangerous. Like I said, they're the most dangerous people you'll ever meet. Do not fight over territory. Do not fight over dominance. Just because you have a gun, doesn't mean you're a big badass. Doesn't mean you're protected. Ain't nothing worth it. He should be up. They should be up in a hotel banging. Okay? If I had a girl like this, last thing I'd be doing is arguing with these people. What a loser. I'd be up banging. Okay? Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Let's be better leaders, guys.